Good morning. It's Jim Czek. We got that little stall there all the time, man. That's just so you can get ready, get your coffee, be set to go. It's Jim Czek with Kelowna Now, and I have Jason Mann running the computer back there, and he's also a producer of this show, and he'll be chirping in every now and then. We're going to start off first with the election, of course, and I did an interview yesterday with Renee, and she said this is going to be historical, and we're going to be on air from 6 o'clock till election, until the decision is made. So we're going to play a little clip from that interview yesterday. You can go to Kelowna Now and you can watch that full interview.
This is going to be historical. Never before have we had so many independents running. Never have we had such a close race that's very difficult to call right now. Is it about the person and the person that's running, or is it about the party and just the party name and reputation and brand? When you see very strong advance polls, typically that means that there's actually a huge wave of change that will be coming.
Kevin Kraft is one of the independents that's running in Vernon, Lumby,
Yes.
Coldstream, said that he's a football guy. He said that, basically they were handed the football at the 1 yard line and they fumbled it, right?
Yeah,
So,
putting your name on that ballot and really, putting your heart and soul into an election is difficult. So, it will be celebration. If we get a minority government, the independents could be the tail wagging the dog. Clean BC has been largely charged with why our economy is sliding, why our resource sector is fading into oblivion when we should be an energy power. We are actually an energy shrinking violet.
so there you go. That was the highlight reel of that video. You can go on Kelowna Now and you can watch the full thing. I think it's around 10 minutes. But the main point there is that Kelowna Now will be here from 6 p.m. onwards until the decision is made and who's going to form government. We're going to have our reporters out at the various election headquarters or where their campaign events are going on. And we'll be here all night, right, Jason?
It'll be a great night to tune in and share in this monumental historical election for sure.
Even if just to watch Jason's going to produce all these tidbits for the show. So no pressure on Jason there, right? So
we're looking for NBC results with Chicken Noodle Network budget.
Yeah, we have a tighter budget than most, but hey, we're going to see what we can do with AI. The next thing we want to talk about is Danielle Smith is coming out and saying taxes are too high for Canada to escape productivity crisis. She's saying too much red tape, too many taxes, and who couldn't agree with that more, right? I mean, it's hard to get anything done. Taxes seem to be eating more and more into people's paychecks, and even the red tape. And then we hear a lot of those complaints even around this area just to get a house built. There's so many hurdles, everything in the way, really. I think we have to get back to the point where we're reducing government as opposed to increasing government. Sometimes people look for government to solve everything. I think lots of times that government is actually causing a lot of the issues, right? So have to agree with Danielle Smith there. We need to reduce government. We need to reduce red tape. Any thoughts on that? You can put them in the comments, right? So who wants bigger government? There you go. A big storm coming. We're saying there should be an atmospheric river. That's going to affect the lower mainland. So how that will affect the election is interesting to see, right? Because we've had record turnouts in advance polls. And according to that interview with Renee, she's saying record turnouts in advance polls typically are votes for change, right? So those are heavy, typically heavy NDP ridings. So advance polls are now closed so that the only time you can vote is election day. So interesting to see how that act of God, I guess you could say, is going to affect the election, right? So last time we had that big rainfall, we lost some roads up in the Coquihalla and all that kind of stuff. So big wind and lots of rain coming though on election day, on a Saturday too. So it's unusual to even have the election day on a Saturday. So there you go. Jason's got something? No? We're going to the next thing. So this is just a reminder to all of you that are traveling between Vancouver and Calgary and Kelowna. Winter tires, right? You got to have winter tires on. It is already snowing up on the Coquihalla there, so wet snow. But if you get that atmospheric river and then say you get some of that and it turns into snow, you could get, 6 inches, 8 inches, 12 inches. I've driven that Coquihalla on some really bad times. How about you, Jason?
It's who hasn't? If you've lived here long enough, you've done 360s down the Coquihalla at one point in your life, and For me, it's been a couple of times actually, and even going just at very, very slow speeds when you hit those critical zones around the snow sheds coming down the mountain there, or up here at Brenda Mines. Those are the two diciest areas, the highest elevations, I think, or at least where the temperatures change. You just have to use absolute utmost caution.
Yeah, those snow sheds, I remember when the toll booths were there, just after the toll booths, as you started coming into the snow sheds going into Vancouver. I can remember sitting in line, just like this traffic was frozen. We were just sitting there was a transport truck in front of us. And we were sitting there for like 20 minutes, and the truck just started sliding, and it slid right off the road. Like we weren't even moving, and it just, because it was so icy, it just started sliding and slid off the road.
Exactly. And then if you have an accident in the snow shed, it can cause multiple vehicle collisions, and I've seen that before. If you don't have to drive on those types of days, it's best not to, right?
But again, winter tires and good winter tires make all the difference in the world, and of course, adjusting your speed. So just a reminder to put your winter tires on. It makes sense, and it doesn't, it costs you a little bit for winter tires when you go to put them on the first time, but then it kind of evens out, right? Because you run your winters and your summers and your winters and your summers.
And it's now legal, right? Like the October
it's illegal to run. I mean, people say, well, you're not going to catch me, but that's not the point. If you have an accident and you have summers on, your insurance could be void, right? So that's the point there, right? So it's not like anybody's out there checking winter tires on the Coquihalla. It's not like you're getting away with it. It's when you have that accident that they check your tires, and that could be a problem. And then again, just a reminder of the election. The election, if you haven't voted in the advance polls, your time to vote is October 19th. I think it's 8 to 8, right? That's the voting times. Don't forget your employer. If you happen to be working on Saturday, you're supposed to, it's law, they have to give you time off to go vote. So if you want to exercise that vote Saturday, and this is your chance to share your thoughts. And I mean, this is the time they all want to listen, right? Like, we've never seen so much in the past 4 years, so many times that all of a sudden the parties want to talk and listen and hear you, and then they go quiet. So share your voice, get out and vote. Kelowna Now. Again, we have almost all the candidates in the 5-minute interviews with Kent, and I think we'll leave with that video again, and we'll show you that. And then we have a bunch, almost all the candidates with the 30-minute interviews. So lots of good resources on Kelowna Now. Go to KelownaNow.com. Provincial election. You're going to find that tab, and you're going to see all the stories that we do on the election. And of course, we want you to subscribe to the newsletter. It goes out to over 30,000 people every day, 7 days a week before 7 a.m. Subscribe to YouTube if you're watching this. Subscribe to YouTube, like and subscribe. And then obviously we're on X and TikTok, and we do have an alternate Instagram channel that's a lot smaller than it used to be. But hopefully we get that back in the next little while too. So I think we'll go out with, Jason's going to run that video one more time, and we thank you for watching Kelowna Now.
Get ready to engage with the voices that matter. Kelowna Now has gathered more Central Okanagan candidates in the provincial election than any other news source, giving you the chance to truly meet the individuals vying to represent you as MLA. Discover what issues drive them, hear their perspectives, and see how they tackle the tough questions. This is your opportunity to connect with the candidates and make an informed decision before you cast your vote. Don't miss out. Check out our exclusive coverage and empower your voting choice.